it's not 5 minutes after finish
my opponent claims were that the drinking for underage people is kind of like a taboo, like a forbidden fruit type thing, and I say this is false because when it doesn't decrease the lowering the drinking age does not decrease the future alcohol consumption to those given the privilege early on, said by the Center for Science and the Public Interest. They said that a study of New York college students documented that students who began drinking at younger ages were more likely to drink heavily in college. So they were more likely to be reported for alcohol-related problems such as trouble at work, with friends, family, and even with the police. Even on the same note, teaching young people to drink at home in high school will not increase their chances of drinking in a safe manner in college before the age of 21, because young people who drink at home are significantly more likely to drink with their friends. For example, among high school teens, those who tend to avoid alcohol are more than twice as likely as to those who repeatedly use alcohol to say their parents never let them drink at home. And that was said by American Association. And he also says that 18-year-olds have adult rights, which is not true because there's no age at which one person technically becomes an adult. We don't have a single age threshold for adulthood. We give driver's license to 16-year-olds, but a 20-year-old Marine returning from Iraq will find he may not buy a handgun or gamble in a casino. Why permit 18-year-olds to vote but not drink? Because they have not shown a disproportionate tendency to abuse the franchise to the peril of innocent bystanders. Also, he said something about on his thing about adult rights. If they can be drafted into the military, why not let them drink? And being eligible to be drafted does not make it all right to consume alcohol. A lot of people say that there are other arguments for lowering the drinking age. Maybe a popular one would be to join the army and die for your country. Why can't you buy a beer? There's good reason to avoid such blind consistency, and this is the qualities that make 18-year-olds such good soldiers, and the fearlessness and sense of mortality. That's what makes them good soldiers. But traits like that don't mix well with alcohol. Those are things that make a good soldier, not a good alcoholic. Young people are not responsible enough to drink, although they're responsible to fight for our country also. Again, because according to Evan Alpulate, Colonel of USAF, military service does not transform your liver, blood, or brain. Military leadership has seen the clear and dangerous effects of alcohol on moral readiness, combat effectiveness, and more. They know from first-hand experience that alcohol hinders the physical and mental preparation and sustained readiness for future combat, and it has absolutely no place in actual combat operations. And it works against the ability for leaders, families, and healthcare providers to support those recovering from post-combat injuries and stress. He mentioned in the beginning about the Federal Uniform Drinking Age Act that Ronald Reagan did. All the drinking ages were actually raised again to 21 across the nation because we tried lowering it before and it did not prove positive results. A quote from the alcoholism homepage, it says, "But the lower drinking age began to take the toll on the nation's highways. The number of alcohol-related traffic fatalities began to rise at alarming rates, and a high percentage of those involved young drivers. Congress again put pressure on the states to raise the drinking age because of this startling increase in highway death. So it also causes fatalities to those who start drinking at a younger age." And that's it.
The affirmative side prep time is running.